Okay, so that was the famous David Gilmour sound on sound technique, or effect, or whatever you want to call it. Now, as you noticed, I was using the GT-100, Boss GT-100, to create this effect. Now, the important thing about using this effect is you got to get that swell right. If you notice in the video, you saw me, the swell was created with the volume knob on the guitar. That, you got to really get that right. If you don't, you're going to hear a lot of whatever mistake you make is going to keep going on and on and on. So you got to get that swell right. So just practice the swell at first. Try to get the swell right, okay? It took me a while to figure it out too. Once I got the technique down, though, I got it going, it's a breeze now. So I'm going to show you how to program it with the GT-100. Now there's a lot to this patch. There's a lot of screens, a lot of programming. I know some of you guys aren't into that programming stuff. I am, but I realize some of you guys aren't. For those of you out there who don't want to mess with it, you just want the patch right now and you want to play it right now, I've made it available on my website, and I've added a couple of more of my Gilmour patches to create sort of a mini Gilmour bundle, if you will. And so you can get that on my website. And for all of the people out there that have been supporting me, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know I appreciate it. And you guys make me feel really good, and makes me want to keep doing this stuff. It makes me want to continue to create patches. It makes me want to continue to practice and play. And I've been doing it way more than I have in the past, thanks to you guys. So thank you again. Now, I'm going to go through the screens one by one. It's a lot of screens, a lot of programming. All you got to do is stop the video. Okay? You get to one screen, stop the video, set all the settings. Let it play some more, go to the next screen, set all the settings. It's easy. I'm going to give away all my secrets on this thing now. I'm just joking. I don't have any secrets. A lot of these settings though are my custom settings that I've developed over the last year or so, making all of these sounds using the GT-100. So you can go through each screen and set everything. So now here we go. I'm going to show you all the screens, and I won't see you guys again until next video, so rock on. Okay, let's power up the unit. Now the first thing we're going to look at, of course that's what I named it. Oh, I see I misspelled Gilmour. Sorry, David. We're going to take a look at my input settings. -1. And this is my global EQ. It's very important to set it like that to get this sound. The rest of this stuff is all default settings, so I'm just going to cycle through the menus. You don't even need to worry about any of this stuff. It's all default settings. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, and this is really the first major step you need to take, is to scroll over to the expression pedal and set it to off. You see right there, it's set to off. The reason we're going to do that is because we're going to use the expression pedal to control the delay repeats, and to do that you have to disable the expression pedal so it can be available to be used for the delay. Now let's look at the assigns. This is assign 1. Now you see it's set to the looper pedal. The looper pedal has my clean boost assigned to it. When I press on the looper pedal, it's going to turn on that clean boost. Now here's assign 2, where I have the expression pedal assigned to the delay repeats. Assign 3 is the XL pedal, and that's going to turn on my phaser. This is all programmed in the patch, by the way, but you can program it yourself. None of these other assigns are on. Now let's go back to the second assign. We'll look at how I have it programmed. You'll notice that it's set on expression pedal, the source, and the source mode is set to moment. You have to set it like that or it won't work properly. Now these are the delay. It's set to control delay 2. It's set to control the level from 0, which is heel, to 127, which is toe. Now the next thing we're going to take a look at is the effects chain. This is very important to have everything in order as I have it, okay? First is the noise gate, and those are the settings. Second is my comp. You can see the settings right there. That's the second screen. Tone is set at 0. Here's my phaser. Those are my phaser settings. That's my custom settings. I call it Glen phase because it doesn't take over your sound. The wah I'm not using. Now here's my clean boost. I'm using the custom overdrive function. These are the settings. If you have to pause the video to set all this stuff, go ahead and pause it. Next is the send return loop. I'm not using it, but it's on. Now let's look at the amps. These are my amp settings. Natural clean. That's the T comp and the level. Next screen, you see the bass, middle, treble, and presence. Next screen, you see these settings. Set everything just like I have it here. Now here's my speaker and mic simulation settings. These are very important to set like this. You notice that how I have the low and high color? You only get those parameters on these new advanced amps, by the way, in the GT-100. Now here's amp 2. Basically the same settings on this second amp. Everything's pretty much the same, I think, except this part. The custom color low and custom color high is a little different. Now this is very important here. I have the mixer mode set to pan left and right, and you see how I have the settings here. That's going to give you a wide dimension of space. Now here's the EQ. Here's my settings. Next is the chorus. It's off. Now here's the Excel pedal, which is currently off. I'm using it to turn on the phaser. Now here's the reverb. Now there's a lot of reverb on this patch because I wanted to get the sound of the record. FX1 is sub delay. I added another delay on this patch for when I'm not using the infinite repeats to give it some dimension. Now here's the main delay. These are the settings for delay 1 and delay 2. Now the pedal controls the level. Watch this. See that? I'm pressing the pedal with my hand right here. See that level? Once you set it up like this, that's how it's going to work. Okay? And the direct mix is set to 100 or all the way up. I always put my volume at the very end of the chain. I think it's important. It really makes a difference in your sound. So that's all the settings, guys. Again, thank you for your support. If you don't want to mess with all of this programming stuff, I don't blame you. Just go over to my website, click the link in the bottom of the video description box, and you can go get it, grab it off my website. Again, thank you. Till next time. See you guys later.